Happy Thursday. I don't know why I always really forget the days of the week. Y'all, life just be flying. Anyway, today we're talking about what does it mean to live a life by design. And LaRonda. Hi, Jordan. Hi, LaRonda. And so today's topic is what does it mean to live a life by design? And I wanted to bring this up because I know for me personally, I have had times in the past where I didn't define myself. And so by default, I allowed other people to define me. Not me not putting my phone on silent. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I did not, but I did not define myself. And so as a result, other people kind of naturally ended up taking the lead and defining me. And hi, baby. You better be at work. Are you working on cakes? um, anyway, so when you live a life by, or when you don't live a life by design, for me, that ended up being like back when I was in college and I didn't know who I was. I struggled with my identity, didn't know what to do. I was getting ready to graduate. Hi, baby. Thanks for joining me on your break. I was getting ready to graduate and I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I had a whole child, hi, Ayana, and a whole life that I needed to make a decision about. Like, I needed to figure out what I was going to do. I needed to figure out whether I was going to get a job or whether I was going to go to school. And I just couldn't figure it out. Like, I felt really, really lost. And as a result, some great people in my life, like a mentor that I had, ended up kind of making a decision for me. And he was like, this is what you need to do. You need to go for a master's degree in social work. And so I um, really like I went for the master's degree in social work. Thanks, Pumpkin. I went for the master's degree in social work because he said that that was what was best for me, and I believed him and I trusted him. And he definitely had the best intentions. He was an amazing person. This is not about him. He did great by me. He's a wonderful person. However, my heart wasn't in the master's in social work. So I ended up going into a program that I didn't feel connected to, didn't feel passionate about, didn't feel like it was for me, didn't feel connected to, and wasted so much time and money in this program, essentially ended up failing out of the program because I could not keep up because it just, like, one, I just wasn't in the brain space. I wasn't ready for it. It just wasn't for me. And so I ended up failing out of the program and being right back started where I was, like being like, okay, well, now crap. Now what do I do? I still didn't know what to do. So it was like, as helpful as it was, it didn't end up being helpful because the problem was is that I needed to do the internal work to figure out who the heck I was instead of like putting a band-aid on it and being like, oh, well, you're great working with people, you should do this, instead of like really considering like why am I struggling in the first place to figure out what I want to do. So it was like putting a band-aid on that solved absolutely nothing, because I was right back in the same spot with student loan debt and with some additional stress and some additional insecurity because now I was like, oh, great. Now you just failed out of a master's program that you were so excited about and told everybody you were going to and like made all these friends. And so it was like really embarrassing. And so essentially, what living a life by design does is avoid all of that. Like, even though people have the best intentions, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have the best intentions when they're telling you what you should do, that doesn't make them right because no one knows you better than you know you. And no one is in your head to be able to really be like, is this what's best for you? Are you ready for this? Do you have the resources and the mentality and the capacity to actually be able to handle this? And so living a life by design, and sometimes it's not even like that serious as far as like making decisions about where you're going to go to school or whatever else like that. Sometimes it can simply be about like how you're going to spend your days. Like, you aren't really taking initiative and deciding what you're going to do and how you're going to live your life. And so someone else comes in and is like, well, I need you to do this, and I need you to do that, and I need you to come over here, and I need you to take care of this. And so they ended up kind of taking control of your life in a sense, because they're dictating where you're going to go and what you're going to do and how you're going to spend your days. And that still is leading you on a path that is not serving you. And so you are unhappy, you are confused, you are insecure, you are ripping and running around like a chicken with your head cut off, doing all these things that don't even connect to you and don't even speak to you. And so we are essentially in that point, like, wasting our time, and life is too short, and you're wasting your quality of your life, and you're sacrificing your dreams and your goals that you might not even know you have, because you're so disconnected from your identity and so disconnected from who you are. And so the flip side of that, and what I coach people to do in the Heart Centered Woman Confidence Club, is I coach them on how to craft and create a life by design. And a life by design is a life in which you get to decide what you're going to do on a daily basis, as well as the bigger goals about like where you're going to school and what you're going to do. And when you're living a life by design and you get to choose what you do, you're going to have the life satisfaction. You're going to have the strength to speak up for yourself. You're going to have more good days than bad days. Like, you're going to have enjoyment, you're going to have pleasure, you're going to have peace, you're going to have rest, you're going to have all these things. And what you're not going to have, like me, is freaking transcripts with 0-point GPAs for a master's program that you never completed, that is now forever on my record from Michigan State University. So it's really about taking initiative for your life and taking the self-leadership that I've talked about on a previous live, and deciding, like, this is who I'm going to be, this is how I'm going to show up. And when you are struggling with making those decisions, that means that you have a confidence issue. You're lacking some confidence, you're lacking some boundaries, you're lacking the ability to speak up for yourself. And that's when you know that you need a coach. That's when you know that you need to take the initiative, reach out for support, and have someone who can help you build that confidence and help you be able to stand up for yourself and really get connected to actually what you want to do and how you spend your days. So that's pretty much all I have for today. Nice and short and sweet. Hi, Cindy. And hi, Red Pandy. I'm actually literally just ending this call, or ending this live. Woo, Lord knows I can't talk. It's been a day. Anybody else having a day today? Like, it has been a day. I don't know what happened. I kind of feel like I want to go back to sleep and start this day over, because today ain't doing what it needs to be doing. Cindy, Whitney, you want to come on live with me? Is that like for real, or was that an accident? Because I'm about to pull you up here. Hold on. Hi. I don't know if Cindy Whitney wanted to actually be live, but she pressed it. So we'll see if she comes on. But anywho,
hey, I'm so tired and I look like crap. I just wanted to see what that was. I've never done this before.
Well, now you're live, so it's too late. You pressed the button. And I can't believe you say you look like crap. You look gorgeous as always. Hi, my beautiful friend. Y'all, this is my Cindy Wendy.
Thank you. What are we talking about today?
I was talking about life by design, and I was talking about how when you don't decide who you're going to be, other people decide it for you. And so I was talking about when I graduated from undergrad. Do you remember when I went for that social work degree, like for half a semester, like for a hot second?
Were you at the lab? Is that when I met you?
That's my baby. No, I think I was still in undergrad. I think that was
Yeah, no, I met you. Well, I met you at the lab. Oh yeah, I do. I think I do remember.
Yeah. So I very briefly went for a social work degree that I did not graduate with, that I have a nice, beautiful 0-point GPA from my MSU transcript, because I couldn't make decisions for myself. And so other people, in the best of attempts, because they were being great people, kind of made those decisions for me. And it didn't work out so well. And so I was just talking about, like those times where I don't know if you've ever had it, but like I've had times in my life where I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I kept kind of like seeking that external validation and that external decision making. And so, like, as a result, people were leading my life instead of me, which left me feeling even more lost and didn't actually solve the problem because I still didn't know who the hell I was. And so I just struggled even more.
I think we all go through that. I definitely have and probably still am slightly.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Well, I don't know. I just do what I want, but like, I just do whatever comes to me, and then I do it, and then I leave it.
You really do. I love that about you. Like, I swear, I feel like while I'm over here overthinking 50,000 steps, Cindy's just like been done it and like came back while I'm still thinking about it. I love that. What are you up to today?
I mean, it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing because it's not like, I think of life as like assignments. So it's like, I call them kingdom assignments, but nothing is ever permanent. I don't think of anything permanent. And I mean, that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. In my eyes, though, I have that fear of being trapped into something. And so I won't do it for too long if it's becoming like boring or if I feel like I'm moving on from it or if I feel like if I'm stuck somehow, if I'm not learning, if I'm not growing, I'm quick to get out of something.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, I think it's good that you have that self-awareness though, like that you're even able in the first place to be like, this ain't working and move out of it. I feel like I've had that, but I feel like back when I wasn't really leading my life and I was letting other people lead me, I definitely feel like I found myself in like a lot of situations where it took me a while to realize like, okay, this isn't serving me and I need to move on. And then being brave enough to actually do that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's hard to do that, but long run, I mean, you could think of it in two different ways. You could be like, well, if I would have stuck with that forever, I'd be here by now, Or you could think like, okay, well, if I stick with this forever, I'll miss out on the next thing that could be for me. So I don't know. I don't think that you should necessarily think that something is for you all the time, forever.
Yeah, I agree.
Forever doesn't really exist.
I agree. I actually personally just like the idea of like living like 100 lives in one lifetime, It's like this is my it's like this is my era where I'm this and then next era I'm this and like just having like different phases. Like it's so much more enjoyable that way.
Oh, I was thinking like at the same time, like schizophrenia or something. And that's what I do.
That is not what I was talking about.
So, I mean, depending on the time of the day, like, okay,
different strokes for different folks. If it works for you to do them all at once instead of like
different personalities for different things, which I think is appropriate sometimes too. We have multiple sources of people and income and everything else, and kind of we have to change face for that. So
yeah, that is also a good point.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just tired and I did not know I was actually sleeping and my daughter ran into the house and woke me up. But I hadn't been asleep for that long. I'd only been into like 3 minutes of my sweet slumber. And so it wasn't a good like power nap. I was gonna do 15 minutes.
15 minutes? That's a power nap? I don't know how you people do power naps. When I go to sleep, I'm going to sleep. Ain't no way I'm waking up in 15, 20 minutes. No, I'll wake up in 4 hours.
It feels so good to get 15 minutes of sleep. It's like the best thing in the world.
I always feel so much more tired. Like I haven't tried it that many times, but the couple times that I was like, let me set an alarm, I'm gonna sleep. Well, then also it's probably my anxiety too, because then I'm like overthinking, falling asleep, and then I'm struggling to go to sleep because I'm like, oh, will I oversleep my alarm? What's gonna happen?
I don't know. I don't even know if I use alarms for it. I just know that I'm not going to sleep for that. I honestly think of it as like, a cat nap or something. It's going to sleep and then you're going to wake up right when you need to. I have, though, in fact, last week, Friday, I took a Pilates class at 6 a.m. and I was so relaxed. It wasn't like the easiest class in the world. It was just so relaxing and like
yeah,
in contrast to like my regular workouts. And of course, it got your blood flowing and everything, and maybe it was the stretches in it, but for some reason I felt so relaxed. I came home, laid down, took my computer to my bed like I was going to work, and laid down and fell asleep for a really long
time. Not a cat nap.
For an extremely long time. And yeah, that was that. So it has happened before where I don't time it right, but I'm generally not a big alarm person. It's like I'm going to ignore it anyway, so I don't use alarms.
Are you one of those people who your passion wakes you up?
No. No.
Why did you say it like that?
Because I thought about it like, what am I? I'm not really passionate about anything right now at this current point in my life. I mean, I have been there, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in a routine. I wake up fairly early. I go to the gym and then I work and then I go back to the gym and then I go to sleep. Like, that's like what I do. I don't really have a life right now.
That is crazy to me that you can wake up with an alarm and without an alarm, because I'm one of those people who like needs to hit the snooze or have like multiple alarms, because like I could never wake up without an alarm. I'd still be in bed right now at 2:16 p.m. without an alarm.
That's not true. You would not.
It's not true, but it's close to true.
No, I think that you probably wouldn't be able to sleep past like 7 o'clock or something. 7 a.m.
You clearly do not know me. I thought we were friends, but you clearly do not know me. That is absolutely a lie.
I don't know. If I wake up at 7, I'm like, oh my gosh, my day is over. Like, I freak out because so much of my time has been gone, and I really value that time before the sun rises. Like, I value it. So I guess that is my passion, is like that little bit of time when no one's out, when it's still kind of dark out, like nothing, there's no noises but like, the outside noises, birds and junk like that,
That sounds beautiful.
Shut up.
Well, I'm going to still sleep, but I love that for you.
You're a jerk. Anyways, yeah, that little bit of time where you can just get up, make your coffee, think, meditate, pray, whatever you need to do to kind of set your tone for the day. Like, I need that time to be able to, like, set my intentions for the day. Like, I have gone without it, and I still have done it and gone off on people and stuff like that, but I really reflect and say, okay, what was going on for you to have to, or for you to feel like it was okay to freak out like that when you know that your stability is here, like you're on a level playing field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get that from my mornings a lot of the time.
I totally get that. I do the same exact thing. I love my morning routine. I just do it later. But the difference between us is I don't have kids. So I can see why, because for me, I have my quiet morning, but my quiet morning starts at 8 a.m. and I have like a whole time by myself on my yoga mat. I even have a prayer corner. I'd show it to you, but I don't feel like moving my camera. But yeah, same thing. But I'm gonna sleep in.
No, I get it. Like, there's lots of people that hate me calling them at like 5:15 in the morning and asking them about things, but I'm just kidding. Nobody calls. But I do also work in like three different time zones as well, so it kind of throws me, you know what I'm saying, for a loop. And so, yeah, I'm answering people's, questions and stuff very early in the morning, as early as like 6 a.m.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad that both of us prioritize it, because I do definitely agree that like having your mornings to yourself to set the intention is a complete game changer. So that is good that we both do that. High five. Yay. All right, let me get off this live. Huh?
Mirror?
What?
Do you high five yourself in the mirror?
No, I'm not Mel Robbins.
I just saw that today. I just saw that like 5 minutes before I joined your little thing.
Did you do it?
No, I haven't done that. I was trying to sleep, and then I woke up and she was started high-fiving herself in the mirror, and then you started bugging me, and then here I am.
Bugging you? I thought you loved me.
I love you very much, though.
I need to go eat.
Okay, don't post this. I love you. Bye.
Oh, I'm posting it. It's too late. I love you.
Well, cut me out to the bottom. Bye. I love you. Bye.
Bye.